say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Some Random Guy Speaks. I'm your host, Tony Love, and we're about to get started. We're going to kick off something. We got a few things to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Boy. Let me go ahead and cue my cameras and stuff up. Just give me one moment here. Been doing some organizing, so I'm a little bit more organized now, so I know which camera goes to what. So we're going to start with the vertical first. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Hope everybody is having a wonderful evening so far after work. You know. So there I am right now here. I'm going to put myself up here There we go. And let me go ahead and get the other one because, I'm also doing the vertical. I had some requests to say, vertical as well as horizontal. And let me go ahead and put the horizontal camera on. Oops, I took that off. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, man. All right, there I go, ladies and gentlemen. There I go. All right. So we're going to go ahead on and position that, though. How's everybody doing? We're about to get started and things. We are about to get started here. There we go. All right. All right. So let's take a look at it here. All right. Let me go ahead on and put up, let me see here. This is, let me see here. We're going to, we're going to talk about the other thing. I'm going to come back to this as well, too, because there's a breaking story, though, with the Department of War and stuff. So what I'm going to do, now this one is actually 6 months ago, but I'm talking about something much more recent. So I'm just going to keep Pete Hegseth up here for right now. Y'all know him, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And let me see here. So we're going to acknowledge a lot of people in the room here. Yep, so there that is, though. So let me go ahead and get myself all comfy. Yep. So I know my mod squad. I know some of them are in here already, In fact, before we go and get started, I got to go down there through the mod squad, Let me go ahead and do it. Shout out to the mod squad,
I would like to give a shout out to the mod squad, starting with Black Guy 9,
Hold on for
Jason
a minute.
Beatrice.
I still got the music playing. Oh, boy. Hold on for a minute. Where's that music coming? Oh, there it is. What the? All right. So even though it sounds good. But so let's go ahead and get into it here. So I got to give a shout out to the mod squad, All right. So here it is.
I would like to give a shout out to the mod squad, starting with Black Guy 9, Jason Beatrice, that is a member, Brian Reedy, that is a member, Coconuts R's Real, that is a member, Stewart 2004, Texas Jane with her 6 shooters, that is a member, Man USA 1, that is a member, Domish 3332, Denise Farmer, Cheryl Schultz, Dana, Slicknick 68, Not Your Mama But Joe Mama, that is a member, Omega, Howard, Special, thanks to Tanya Zimmer, and Paulies.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there that is. Let me go ahead and position this camera here, too. What's going on here? What the? I can't have it cut me off yet. It is cutting off a little bit. All right. All right, there we go. That's better. What? A little bit there. There we go. All right, guys. That's better. All right. Okay. So now, like we got everything positioned, right? Let me move that up a little bit. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to be talking about it today, though. We're going to be talking about it. We got Bernie in there. I got to add you on the recorded roster, man. I really do. We got Angela, the child of God, in here. Coconuts are real, boy. I'd see what's going on with you, Bernie. We got Bud Russell in here. Let me see here. We got Black Guy 9. Hard Right V. I gotta hit him up, man. Sometime today. Dakota in the house, man. All you guys are in here, man. We already got to get started. And for those outside, please hit the like button. It's free to do. And also, if you wouldn't mind, hit the subscribe button as well as we about to go into this thing, man. We got some things to talk about. But you guys see the thumbnail and things, and we're going to go ahead and talk about that. So let me go ahead on and set the scene. You know how I like to do. I love setting the scene. That way it'll be a little bit more impactful when it come down to the, to the trolls and everything. So let's go ahead and do that, though, and things. So let me see here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is we'll just take this down temporary. All right, and take that down temporary as well. Oops, did it to myself. Right here. All right, there we go. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead on and, put up the backdrop here. Boy, look at that there. Some random guy. Boy, I see that there, Got the microphone looking all nice and snazzy, Yeah, I've been working on it, though. I've been working on it. Let me see here. Horizontal. All right, there we go. Boy, I've been working on it though, y'all. Getting more organized. There I go right here, you know. So now you guys can basically be able to see me, you know. And let me just do one more thing. Like I got a little bit of distraction there. A little bleed through. There we go. That's a lot better. Oh, yeah. Look at, oops, almost. Hold on for a minute. It's a little bit distracting. I see a little bit peeking through here. Hold on for one moment. All right. And, all right. Is that at the highest? All right. Oh, boy. See how to get this camera just right. All right. Got my hat and stuff over there in the background. Oh, man. What's going on here? Give me 1 minute, guys, while I try to position this camera, man. What is the dealio? What the? Yeah, still showing. Wasn't doing that yesterday, but it's doing it today. Okay, I think that's better. All right, guys. All right, I think that's a lot better now. Boy, look at that, man. Woo! All right, finally got it. Okay. All right, so here it is, though, you know. So we're going to get started. Just 1 moment. All right, guys, so here we are. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. So, I'm seeing, got the microphone there. All right, and we're about to get started. Boy, I've been working on it, though, ladies and gentlemen. I've been working on some stuff, but we're about to get into it. So here it is, though. So what's good, family? Here I am, Tony Love, right, with some random guy live with you. Listen up. A disaster just hit the Democrats. Ooh, man. The exact news, right? They've been dreading, and now it's out in the open, and it's ugly, ladies and gentlemen. They thought 2026 was going to be their big comeback, right? Instead, reality just walked and slapped, right, them right in the face, boy, you know. First, their own party is tearing itself apart. We already know the far left and the DSA, right, Democrat Socialists of America, back candidates, keep winning primaries. State, right, Michigan Senate goes to Abdul El Said, and the other races are following the same pattern. Moderate Democrats and the big donors are in full panic, ladies and gentlemen, panic mode. They're openly saying these socialists, leaning candidates are going to scare off the swing voters. They need to win, which is absolutely true. This is the nightmare they didn't want, right? Their base is dragging the whole party so far left, they risk handling the midterms right back. Well, you might as well say it's going to hand it back to the Republicans, right? Second problem, the DNC, a mess, man. We always talked about it. They're in debt while the RNC is sitting over $100 million. Donors are holding back. Leadership is getting called out from inside their own ranks for being out of touch with this dysfunctional type of attitude that they have. You can run a national campaign when your own party, right? You can't run a national campaign when your own party machine is broke and divided. That's not spin, folks. It's the cold facts. Oh, man. Point number 3, the bigger picture. Trump's numbers are perfect right now, which they are. The cost of living and other issues are real. Democrats thought that alone would give them the House and maybe the Senate. So much for wishful thinking. But they're in a disarray right now, man. But here's the part they've been dreading. Voters still don't trust them, right? Their own approval numbers are tanking. And the more the party looks extreme, the easier it is for Republicans to paint the whole ticket as radical. And that's exactly what they are. They come in this room radical. Yeah, so they come into this room radical. They are discombobulated. They don't know what they're front from the rear and vice versa. They're angry. They're frustrated. They hate. Now, the parties are going after each other as far as with the Democrats, right? They're going at each other between, progressive Democrats, moderates, progressives, as well as we know, the commie Democrats. They've been taking over their party for a long time. The swing voters hate chaos, and they do. Democrats are creating their own, really digging their own casket. You know what I'm saying? It really is, though. You guys, you can hate Trump, but you guys got a bigger problem on the left. You are in a civil war with each other. And what you are losing on to Trump and MAGA, just think about it. Just think logically for a minute. Put your feelings to a side. You have not convinced anyone, right, the swing state people, the moderates, you have not convinced these people that your policies work. You are infighting with each other. You, like I said before, you have no true leader, and you're just pushing radicals type stuff, which turns a lot of Americans off. That's why I say, ladies and gentlemen, there is a God. God right now is steering the Republicans to the victory. You cannot win. And then what about your money? Because like I said, the DNC is broke. And you have to face these facts over here on the left. You can't ignore it. You can say whatever to me or Trump or MAGA, but we study going through. We study moving. This is going to be the biggest landslide in American electoral history, right? Led by Trump, our fearless leader that we all know and love so much, right? This is exactly what it is. You have nothing but insults, right? And other things that what people are not looking for. You guys are in serious trouble. So there it is. The disaster is striking, right? The Democrats from the inside. It really is. As I mentioned, infighting, the Socialist Party wins, right? And this is the one that you guys don't have no backbone. You refuse to back down. Now you want to come out to woodwork. Now, after you done found out that radical socialism and communism doesn't work in this country, right? Every time you bring it up, that's why you try to soft pedal, backpedal, trying to use softer words. We know that the DSA controls the Democratic Party. You guys are gone. They've been moving the old relics, right? These old guards to study being replaced with these DSA people. These are facts. You know what I'm saying? So there that is, right? A broke party, right? Oh my goodness, man. It's a broken party, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, and they are still counting on the blue wave. What blue wave? Are you kidding me? You guys, there's no blue wave. What are you talking about? Unless you trying to push for DSA, and we know that that's not going to win over the people, because the DSA people done already sealed their fate, right? When people found out what their core values are, and when you anti-government, talking about Constitution, right? You believe you hate capitalism, and you wanted what else you wanted to do? You wanted to defund the military, bring in people from other countries, right? Get rid of the Constitution and change it into what you believe. All these are your core mission statements that you guys believe in. Your core values. You guys believe in this stuff from the far left, right? And this is why y'all losing, right? There's no backbone. There's no power. There's just a bunch of weakness coming from the left, far as the so-called moderates and so forth, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not attacking the moderates per se, but they even realize, I'm talking about talking to the DSA people right now. The DSA people, right? These are the cancers of America because they're so radical. They're so emotional. They don't use logic and common sense, though, right? And what they're going to do is really, and if they had it their way, they would impeach Trump. They would get rid of every last Republican. They want to destroy the Republican Party, where they want to have just one party only. They want to get rid of the filibuster as well, right? They want to get rid of the Electoral College because they couldn't get by. There's a lot of things that they want to do, and we cannot allow these people, right? If you want to call them people, to be in power. And that's exactly what it is. So as we go further down, instead, they're staring at the real chance of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. What do you guys think, though, right? Did they overplay their hand, right? Drop some comments down below and stuff like that. And you guys, once this becomes a regular video after the live stream, tell me what you guys think, though. Put some comments down in here. And if you are new here, please smash that like button. And also, please hit the subscribe button as we go further into this type of thing, right? Boy, I tell you. So as we start to go further in, right, talking about it, right, we're talking about the far left, the DSA candidates, right, they keep winning primaries. But the state, Michigan Senate, right, goes to Abdul El Said, right? Same pattern, show up in all of other races. Moderate Democrats and big donors are panicking, as I said before, for those that did not get the information earlier. They are saying to these socialist-leaning candidates are going to scare off the swing voters they need, right? This is exactly what it is. This is a nightmare. They didn't want, right? Their base is dragging the party, right, so far left that they can't hand the election back to its Republicans. It's a little bit too late now, right? As the DNC is deeper in debt while the RNC is sitting on, as I mentioned, hundreds of millions of dollars, right? This is exactly what it is. So let's go down a little further here now, right? We're talking about the DSA primary impact analysis, right? The Democrat Socialists of America are closely aligned with the progressive candidates. Don't let it fool you guys. Same group. Okay, and this is why I say, they've been around. They just take their mask off now. Now that the mask is off, they try to put the mask back on, but it's too late, right? And this is what offending people, because they see how New York and Mondami let you know that he's a DSA under Bernie Sanders' tutelage, right? So where it is, so closely aligned with the progressive candidates, have had a strong primary season in 2026. I give that to them. It's not enough to win, though. Winning a significant number of races, especially the deep blue urban areas. This has intensified in the internal Democratic Party conflict between the progressive left wing and the moderate establishment, right? Because they're at war with each other, really. It's not even the progressives, it's the moderates, right? While creating both energy and real electoral risks from the November midterms, right? The key results, the win rate. DSA endorsed roughly 150 candidates, and about 35 of them advanced from the primaries or ran in, unopposed, right? Which is nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nearly half of the contested the race decided so far. Wins include federal, state, and local races across multiple states. High-profile federal wins. New York multiple congressional victories include Dari Arzella, right? This is the chick. I mean, I always call her Chevalier. This is called her Chevalier, man. You know what I'm saying? Because no commies don't even deserve to have all their full name. I always call her Chevalier, right? Austin incumbent, Adriano Espinlet, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, though, because it don't matter anyway. Congressional Hispanic Caucus Chair, right? Claire Valdez winning the open seat, strongly boosted by New York Mayor Zoran Dummy, right? Endorsed the machine, right? Colorado, you know what I'm saying? We also got that going on or whatever. I'm just going to call the last name. Quiros defeating longtime incumbent, right? Diana Gitte, all right? So it defeated Diana, right? And other progressives, right? DSA adjacent advances in places like, Pennsylvania, New York, and local races, including the incoming D.C. Mayor, Janice Lewis George. See, I can pronounce that one, right? American names, right? I'm just joking. We got here Michigan Senate. Abdul El Said, progressive, heavily backed by Sanders, AOC, DSA, orbit through not, right? Formerly DSA endorsed, nearly defeated the establishment, favored the Republican Haley Stevens, right? Wasn't a big fan of her at all. You already know. This is the biggest progressive breakthrough in a competitive statewide race this cycle. You know what I'm saying? Give me one moment, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I'm good. I just deal without it. So success has been concentrated in the very blue urban district with high concentrations of young, college, educated voters. Because all these people have degrees and everything. See, they're going somewhere with this, ladies and gentlemen. Neither of them can relate to the poor. But they're trying to tell the poor that we know what's best for you guys because we're smart, because we have all the fancy degrees, right? All this other stuff. We come from trust fund babies and stuff. Chevalier, once again, she hates, right? When we're talking about, when it comes down to race and dating, right? So she don't like it at all, ladies and gentlemen. Not at all, right? Interracial dating is not her. She don't like it, and she want to put a law against it. This is how radical they are, man. They want to try to say this with MAGA, but Chevalier, right, the young one that never really had a real I'm not gonna say education, but she never been empowered with nothing for real. She just got the degree, right? And that's why we're gonna shut them all down, ladies and gentlemen. The impact on the Democratic Party, positive for the left, energizing the progressive base. Young, as I mentioned, younger voters and activist networks, these are their bases, right? They go into the college universities, and that's where their strength is, right? For the unknowing about socialism, which is another end of communism once it comes out in the wash, right? It sounds good. Yeah, we're going to tax the rich. We're going to come out there, see all this stuff sounds good. And they can play up to these people because they don't have no life learning. They don't really, do they even teach this stuff in the school anymore? Probably not. Builds organization strength, volunteers, local chapters, and independent infrastructures, right? Position the left wing more powerfully for 2028 presidential primaries and internal party fights, right? Focus on the party's conservative, yes, I think it says, hold on for a minute, guys. That dyslexia is kicking in again, man. I was doing so good so far. Hold on for a minute. Just give me a moment.
Conversation.
Yeah, there we go. Yep. So conversation left on issues like healthcare, economic, populism, right? Israel, Palestine, right? And policing immigration, right? Negative from the border party deepens the moderates versus the progressive civil war, right? Establishment figures and donors, and openly worried about electability and messaging. Creates branding problems. Republicans and Trump are aggressive. That's what they label. And labeling the Democrats as socialists, right? Communists, right? Trying, right? Mainstream candidates to DSA positions. Abolishment of ICE. Defund elements of the police. Strong anti-Israel stance, right? This is what they've been pushing. And this is why you're seeing like a huge sentiment, not even gonna say a real huge one, with this anti-Semitic hatred towards Jews. And it won't stop there. It's going to start with other people, right? Diverts resources and attention. Continuously primaries, right? Leave nominees battered and the party less ununified, right? Oh my goodness, here it is. Risk of turnout in coalition problems. Narrowing the wins, right, can, demoralize moderate voters or suppress independent support in swing areas. And this is exactly what's going on. Midterm electoral, right, implications, right? They talk about the deep blue safe seats, right? Low risk winners will easily win generals. This is risk level is low. Competitive House seats, moderate risk socialism, branding can hurt them, right? This is what's going on. We're talking about the moderates right now because you're being brand moderates as being some type of socialist, right? You should have been distancing yourselves, right? The party overtook you guys a long time ago. The progressives have been in there because just look at the black community. This ain't something new. I'll always say that we have an example that socialism never worked, right? Because if it did, black folks would be in a better situation now. This is why I bang on them so hard. I'm talking about these low-down socialists, right? And for you blacks, right, that don't have a clue, right? Listen, I admit, a lot of you weren't even around or born in the 60s. Old school baby boomers know what I'm talking about. Your neighborhoods were way better in the 50s, early 60s. Old school know what I'm talking about. You got to admit that, whether you like Trump or not. You just come clean, tell the truth, come on here and say, yup, he's right. All that stuff didn't happen until after 65. Great Society and Lyndon B. Johnson. That's what you got. You were promised a pie in the sky, and guess what? You lost more than what you actually own and had. Man, we went over this already. Swing statewide, etc., right? Michigan Senate, high risk. El Said is a key test, right? A key test case. This is high risk right here. They're baking it all on El Said. That's going to be a major, major problem to the left. And we love it. Keep backing them up. Keep pushing them up. Keep pushing them out there because your party have already lost to the great red tsunami, right, that I've been saying. I didn't ain't going to be no tsunami. Oh, yeah, it's already here. It's already hit the shores already. All these states that you are seeing is red and deep red. You don't have the cheat mechanism. You got the poll watching. It's going to just get tougher and tougher. It's just a matter of time when we get the rest of those voter rolls. We will get them. How the hell are you going to be able to win an election other than cheating? Government ships, right? Limited already, right? That's shown. What about the government? Ain't y'all girl that you were banking on, Francesca Hong, right? Hong Kong Fooey? She's out. Medium high risk, right? She's probably one of the first ones to actually lose when it comes down to the government with these radical, as you know what, far left radical ass commies, right? Like she is. When you hear her speak and the stuff that she talk about, she hates this country, right? And like I told people before, what's going to end up happening is that they coming after what we call the foreign nationals. They coming after you guys as well. And they're going to look and see, right? They already are watching. They're already doing investigation work. And a lot of you are going to end up being deported anyway, right? Because they already, right? They already are doing this. Once they get with the rest of this thing, with the TSA and all that, you guys are going to be next. Because you don't serve no purpose here being in America. If you hate America, we're going to just go ahead on and get you together and get you on out of here and get you deported. Because you don't belong over here, right? You don't belong over here. What is there to hate? America been good to you. You have reached benefits. You have gotten all type of set-asides and programs. You've been doing better. For some of you, been doing better than Americans, right? And then you got a nerve to fix your mouth talking about you hate America, rolling up another flag, right? This is why you should believe, in my opinion, they should have got y'all behind out of there as soon as you start throwing up your own flags, right? You do that stuff at home. You want to speak your language, you speak it at home. Here, it's going to be English, you understand, right? The biggest near-term test is Michigan Senate race. El Said narrow primary victory means he must what? Quickly unify the party while Republicans run a classic socialist attack campaign against him. It's so easy. The Democrats have made it so easy to go after these people on what their core belief system is, which is socialism, which is a step below communism, right? This Marxist stuff, I challenge anybody in this room. Now, I know what people in my mod squad and people that follow me, they're already aware. But I'm talking about if you're new here, I'm just saying this, just hear your brother out. If you want an idea of what socialism is and Marxism, just go into the black community. I ain't going to encourage you to go in the black community. But you know that there's ghettos there, right? There's underserved communities, right? They didn't have school choices like y'all have out in the suburbs, right? It's like what you see is what you get. And this was a socialist policies that was pushed on the black community. And then a lot of them have just been so brainwashed, though, because they seem they can't think without the Democrats. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, my goodness, the Democrats, right? They vote for their own self-destruction, right? And that's what ended up happening. Because, like I said, I know none of us wasn't around, but my grandmother, my mother-in-law used to always talk about how pretty these cities in the urban Detroit, and some of you guys, Maryland, and these other areas, I'm sure that they were nice at one point in time before it went from sugar to SHIT. You know what I'm talking about. These were Democratic-led policies. That's why any Republican that get up there on the debate, we'll just mop the floor with them. Easy. Because, like we said, what happened in the black community is set the stage already for America. You see all this mass, right, migration, right? We call it an invasion and a migration, right? These illegal aliens coming over here, getting set-aside programs. They said we want to tear down the walls, right? There should be no type of division between Americans and whoever else, right? All for all, even though they're hypocrites because they don't open their doors for everybody anyway in their home, right? Because I can challenge them now. We have a debate right now. I'm going to come in your home. If you don't believe in it, you believe in open borders, okay, then take your doors down, take your gates down then so we can come up in there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you said, you know? Sounding stupid, you know what I'm saying? Boy, I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's just so easy, you know what I'm saying? So what it is, the bottom line with these radical, as you know what's, right? The DSA and the progressives are the same people. Primary successes is real and had shift power inside of the Democrat Party. It brings energy and a clearer left-wing identity. But it also hands Republicans a potential national message weapon and a rise to legitimate electoral questions in the place that decide control of Congress. The wave is strong, right? Oh, my. I'm talking about for the red, but the wave, there's no wave with the blue urban areas, right? Because their weakness, and it tries to expand into true blue swing territories. We've been mopping the floor with them since 2016. You know, Michigan is a swing state, and we got this in the bag 2026 and 2028. Let's go to keep it real, right? We mopped the floor with them. Whether it's become a dual, right, realignment or a swing limiting primary phenomena will largely be decided by how candidates like El Said perform in November, right? And how much of the progressive band defines the entire Democrat ticket voter. He's not going to say it. Abdul El Said, you notice he's been trying to backpedal. Oh, I'm not part of that group. This is the one that did not want to stand against, what is it, Hamas? Which one was it? Hamas or whatever. He didn't criticize them. Which one that said that we're glad that 9/11 happened? One of them said it, right? And I know they got him on record for saying this stuff. Defund the police. They got this edge. You already didn't let the cat out the bag of who you truly are, Abdul Said. You don't just overnight have a revelation saying, you know what? I'm going to change my viewpoint. It doesn't happen like that. Once you're a socialist, right, Because really, think about it. Most people don't really become conservative till they get older. When you're younger, the new trend, people that are upset, they don't have any money, right? They don't have the education. So I was liberal at one point to a degree, right? And this is what they bank on. The young and stupid and the foolish, right? That's what they bank on. Well, we ain't got you know what I'm saying? We ain't got nothing going on anyway. I may as well vote. You know what I mean? Even the black community, how silly they are, man. I'm going to be nice. How silly a lot of them are. They don't even realize that socialism is the reason why you have a ghetto, right? There's ghettos across America that they would never fix because they want to keep you in that permanent underclass. And that's for the poor whites as well, too. Blacks, poor whites in these low ghettos or whatever you want to call them out in the country. You know what I'm saying? And they want to keep you there, right? Forever. Get you to blame Trump. We the ones that can do it. None of these people they hiring right now never had a job before. They don't have just like Mondami, he never worked a day in his life. He's a trust fund baby, multi-millionaire, right? What does this dude know about running the damn city, let alone running the country? And the same thing with Abdul El Said, right? You got to look at their parents, right? Upper middle class or just wealthy in some of these cases, right? They don't relate to nothing. They don't even know our American culture. Some of them not even first generation. They came over here and then got into politics. And this is what we got to change too. We don't want anybody coming from another country coming and being part of our politics. Because their first loyalty, Ilhan Umar, right? What did she say, ladies and gentlemen? What did she say? She said, my first love or my first responsibility is to Somalia, not America, not one time. Her oath and love for Somalia, which is a bunch of crock too. Because her father, you know what he was doing, part of the death squad over there back in the 80s. It's all on record. That's why they fled. That's why they fled. That's the truth. Go pull it up and look it up, right? So the thing about this, ladies and gentlemen, we don't need any foreigner in our electorate, in our government, politics, or none of it. Because you already see, they got love for their own country first. That's why it don't work. Boy, we get over here and have these debates with these fools, man. If we was running for politics, it's going to be an easy slam dunk for the Republicans. Because it's too much that DSA and the progressives, which is all the same to me, they're too much on their back trying to push back. That's why they don't do no debates in here. When we talk about certain topics or most of my topics, they say, well, if you're fat, okay, what am I? They do this type of stuff, They do this childhood kindergarten type stuff, tit for tat. They'll answer a question with a question instead of dealing with the fact. They know they don't have no answers, no ammunition against this. The facts is that we have a war regards to the Dems, right? The Democrats. You have the moderates now warring with who? The socialists, the DSA. That's what it is. Progressives is DSA. They're just old school, but they still DSA. Obama, right? We can go on and name these people, right? Kamala Harris, right? Look at him. Maxine Wicked West Waters, an old school, right? As well, an old school progressive. There's a list of progressives, a whole bunch of them, right? They got to pass the baton down now for someone younger now. Bernie been molding them, pushing this DSA crap stuff, right? Look at it. This is a damn shame, man. Look at what's going on, right? Boy, I tell you, man. So here it is. Now, we can get into it. We're going to get into Trump stuff later on, though, so give me 1 minute. We get into that in a minute. Because Trump right now and the MAGA Republicans, man, it's a beautiful thing. But what we need to talk about next, ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk about on August the 17th, 2026, the Pentagon, frequently refers to as the Secretary Pete Hegseth, right, and administration as the Department of War, right, ordered 30 U.S. universities to immediately audit their academic, right, financial, and research connections to foreign entities, right, or entities, right, of concern. Here it is. What's required? School must review all, right, identity or identify, right, foreign collaborators. Oh, shoot. Also, assets, right, exposure of sensitive or export control resources. Boy, I tell you, implement migration plans, right? Oh my goodness, including the end of the problematic partnerships. Report findings, right, to the department by Pete Hegseth and Department of War gave him a deadline, August the 31st, 2026. Failure to comply risks loss of eligibility, right, of future federal research funding, right? They're going to be stripping the funding, ladies and gentlemen. Can't you see what Trump's policies is doing is saving for America first? Not foreign first, but America first. Harvard University and a lot of these other liberal, as you know what, camps, you know what I'm saying? It's a damn shame how Howard University has reduced itself. I wouldn't go to Howard for all the tea in China if I even had the money, right? Because what is the amount of foreign nationals? I think they got a large percent of Chinese. Boy, and that's a problem right there, ladies and gentlemen. This is why this stuff is happening, right? Boy, they need to strip those dowries away from these universities. Get them, right? Get them, right? That's exactly what it is. And I love it. And you hear what it is? They're giving them a deadline. You must comply before August the 31st, 2026. How you like them apples, though, Democrats, Demo-rats? How you like that? And if you don't comply, they can pull the funding and your universities will be gone because they don't serve the purpose to American people. They're being sold out to foreign nationalists that come over here and whatever plots or whatever type of plans or agreements they have underneath the table, man. Who needs this stuff, man? We don't need that. Oh, my goodness, man. So there that is, man, the Department of War, right? Right? So the Pentagon has previously identified about 130 such foreign entities as rising national security risks, technology transfers, intellectual property theft, right? Oh, man, and adverse influence. Boy, I tell you, known schools identified or notified include Georgetown, MIT, Harvard University, UC Berkeley, UCLA, UC, San Diego, and the University of Texas and Austin, Penn State, and others. I wouldn't be surprised if U of M is on there. University of Michigan. I wouldn't be surprised, man. They got a large foreign nationals that go to their schools as well, man. Well, one of the top ones, boy, I tell you. Border context under Hegseth. This is the part of the large campaign. Earlier in 2026, February, Hegseth cut the military educational ties with Harvard and expanded the list, including Yale, Columbia, Brown. We're talking about the Ivy League colleges, as they should, because they don't serve the purpose of the American people. They serve the purpose of the foreign nationals, right? And other elite schools. He banned active duty service members from certain graduate programs, fellowship, and professional military education at those institutions starting with the 2026-2027 academic year. He cited wokeness anti-American ideology, right? And in some cases, research partnerships with Chinese entities. Boy, I tell you, man, go ahead, Pete Hegseth. We backing you up. There it is, though, man. There it is. This is what winning looks like. This is why we voted for Trump. We got a true champion for the American people, right? Look at what the deal's doing, because you know that even with the Ivy League colleges, all of them are liberal as heck. Those are liberal camps, every last one of them, right? Unless if your family got money, you can go to these schools, right? But they're going to be programmed with the liberal, you know what I'm saying, hate America, down with Israel and all the rest of this nonsense. We don't pay our kids to go to your institutions to hear propaganda. We don't want me hearing about no critical race theory. What they're supposed to be doing is giving them the education that they need, right? Instead of all this wokeness stuff. Y'all remember this stuff? That's the thing about it, you know? You can't even get a good education from these so-called claimed Ivy League colleges, man. And I'm so glad that the reckoning is coming for y'all behind, boy. I tell you, boy, you ain't seen nothing yet. More to come, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't that something? Boy, I just want, what are they saying right now?
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
They really did. They all effed up. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what it is, though, man. And this is why we got the great pushback. Get my likes up, ladies and gentlemen, man. I'm over here been rocking this stuff out. This just happened. Come on now. I got to get more likes. Come on now. Where my likes at? Come on with my likes. All right? Hit that subscribe button, too, if you haven't done it already. I don't ask for very much, but I can at least get some likes up. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? I'm your brother, Tony Love, right? This is America first. You live in America too, right? You don't want to be taken over by no damn commies, right? That don't give a damn about you and me. It's all about the people at the top. They don't care about you. Get them likes up, man. Get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? But the administration has also increased enforcement of Section 117, right? We're talking about foreign funding disclosures, right? Universities must report large gifts and contracts from foreign sources. We already know what that is, right? Data shows billions in foreign funding over the years, right? With major sources including Qatar, China, Saudi Arabia, and others. Come on now. You know your brother killing it. Come on now. It's the truth. This is what's happening. This is exactly what happens, right? None of these universities do not serve the will, right, of the American people. They serve the foreign nationals as long as they're getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Just invite them in. But those days is coming to you. Give me y'all a deadline, boy. Y'all in trouble, boy. I tell you.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Come on with it. Ladies and gentlemen, boy. I tell you, man. Come on with it, though, man. Because this is exactly what we're talking about. Boy, I tell you guys. So here it is. Hegseth and the Pentagon research leadership have framed these moves as protecting taxpayers' funded research and national security from adversement, right? Influence. This is exactly what it is. Ladies and gentlemen. We have policies that truly work for the American people, taxpayer, and everything, right? This is why we call it American first policies. You are seeing it. They are more active now. What about the people that's been under arrest and indictments? They've been arresting a lot of these politicians. You're seeing them now, right? Oh, my goodness, it's going down. How in the hell can you have a blue wave when you see all this arrest going on, you see all this indictments going on, right? That's happening around in different states. They're getting busted, ladies and gentlemen. They're kicking in the doors, putting them on the floor. You know, boy, I tell you, man, it's a beautiful thing, right? We are now seeing the Democrats that did all this fraud, all this stealing from the American people, now Justice is being served. They even found one person over in the Philippines. Got his behind together though, right? They was using the taxpayers' funds, right, as their own personal bank account, right? Oh my goodness, man. I love it when I love it when a good thing happens. When a good thing happens, ladies and gentlemen, and this is exactly what it is though, man. I love it, and this is what winning looks like, right? We ain't losing. Who's losing? Only but the Dems. That's who's losing. And that's why you always see me having this flag up here. The flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, we're invisible, for liberty and justice for all, right? The land of the free and the home of the brave, man. We have what? We have no censorship because we have freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of the press, right? This is a beautiful thing. No other country in the world have a constitution. This is why God loved America so much. If God loved those other countries, they'll be like America. Now, no one said it can't be like America, right? But right now, America is special because we have what? The Constitution of the United States. That's why I always love it when these jackasses come in my room, Democrats. They really going to move now when they lose midterms. We're going to take the full House and the full Senate, ladies and gentlemen. And all we got to do is show up November the 4th to do our thing. Ain't that a beautiful thing, man? We're going to take the House and the Senate. Get ready, though, Democrats. Get ready, DSA. Get ready, progressives. Get ready, right? Because it's going to be we going to take over. Boy, it's a beautiful thing, though, ain't it? Trump and his leadership is going to show you what we've been missing in this country, how we've been robbed financially, how we've been taxed, right, against us, not for us, but against us, right? The 40-40 rule. You pay taxes 40 years of your life. They take 40% out your earnings, right? If that ain't un-American, I don't know what is, right? Nobody enjoy paying taxes. But they always keep talking about, we got to raise the taxes. We got to raise the taxes because they keep stealing it, right? They ain't never thought they'll be in this situation today. It's looking doom and gloom for the left, man. Boy, thanks to the far left, how they done played their hand and showed their face early. Y'all misread the American people. They thought that we were just going to be dumb and go for it, right? They thought that they could whoop Trump and MAGA, right? Look at all these assassination attempts on Trump, right? By 8 or 9 of them. It's a damn shame. You ain't, we already know why. Excuse me. We already know why, ladies and gentlemen. Because they've been trying to stop Trump at every level. They can't do it. Temporary, being held temporarily. But when Trump wins in the Supreme Court, it's a wrap. They can't come back and challenge it no more. And that's one of the strategies he's been doing. The Dems are just so stupid trying to say, well, we just sue him. We'll take him to court. You will lose in we're talking about the constitutional law that Trump understands very well. The Democrats do not. The more time y'all take this man to court, the more you're going to lose. And they were banking on having more radical, Supreme Court people. And this is what we're going to get rid of because we don't need radical people in our law system, our judicial system. It doesn't work for the American people. They work for the international gangsters, right? This is what they are. They're nothing more than sock puppets, every last one of them, right? We talk about the rhinos as well, too. Look at John Thune, the buffoon, right? He's nothing more than a globalist sock puppet. That's why he doesn't want the American Save Act to go through. And we're going to get it through, right? Because Trump still got options. He can actually sign an executive order and throw that right in there and make it happen. That's how much. But like with Trump, he got things planned very well because he's a planner. He's a planner, and Trump is a builder. That's what he do. That's what he does, right? It's just the people on the left. Look at all these mistakes they're doing. They remind me of a caged wild animal in the corner. And now that rationality is gone, logic is gone. It's just, well, I'm so desperate now. And that's why they're making stupid moves. What type of win other than a temporary one? It wasn't permanent. You think the TPS, like it was going to be permanent? Y'all lost that. They even held that down. And it got challenged in Supreme Court, and guess what? Y'all lost on the left. That's why Trump is coming in with ICE. The people that want to ban ICE, we just kicking them behind with logic. The people that's on the channel and YouTube and TikTok, influencers from the left and deep money, their influencers can't even keep up. Nobody is buying this stuff because, once again, you know what I'm saying, Santana Jones and all the rest of them, and Johnny and all the rest of them, some of you guys watch those people, right? But they don't have anything. You got one that's always pushing racism all the time, which has been manufactured. That's why we be smoking these guys, right? He ain't on no truth, and my likes should be killing it. How is this guy can get more likes than me, right? We should be killing it over here, right? Giving information and truth, right? That's what I'm saying. Come on, guys, we got to get, because I said today, we got to get these likes up because it's going to help the algorithm. It's going to help other people in this country, right? If you can look past the prejudice of what I'm wearing on my head and listen to what I'm saying, that should matter. For you always have time for fun and games. Ha ha, he he. I like a good time. I love comedy. But it can't be the focal point all the time. We already seen what they did in the so-called black community, where comedy, BS, and all the rest of the stuff matter. That's why a lot of them are politically ignorant when it comes down to how things work. Socially, politically, economically, because who undeveloped the blacks in the black community is the Democrat Party. The black and white Democrat leadership had done this. You know, on purpose. That's why when you talk to them, they really don't know what they know. All they know is racism all the time. They just keep bringing this up. Your brother, you don't sell out, you don't coon, and blah. That's all they know how to do. And if they notice that it's getting weaker, weaker, and weaker. Even their greatest champions that talk all this racism, they don't have a big bark and a big bite today. Nobody is listening to these people. It's a very unpopular topic, right? YouTube is already scrubbing accounts already as it is. It's unpopular. If when they all be talking about this race stuff, they be in these little groups, the tree house and all the rest of these people. It's like what they'd be lucky to have 10 people in there, right? Lucky, right? Because they're not really giving. Instead of taking accountability and responsibility. And also to build up your own neighborhoods, build up your own community, right? That's what people are waiting for, right? That's what you have to do. Instead of always looking for a handout and blaming on racism all the time. That's what they want you to do. Just like I say with Somalia and all the rest of them, build your country up, build your community up. We say that for the local people as well, because nobody's going to respect you. You can talk all this racism stuff that you want. You just a small minority group of people that, and people don't even want to be bothered with you. They want to see action. All that money you've been grifting, you can't build a school, you can't come up with something better for the community, build some businesses, encourage, work with some of these black celebrities and stuff. Can't do it? You can thumb it down, but I already know. I'm over here striking a nerve. See? They don't like that, right? And I don't care what they don't like because their views are garbage. They are garbage. All they want to do is sit up here with excuses. You don't have no excuses, right? I'm your brother, and I'm telling you the truth, right? You'll be lucky to get 10 subscribers. 10. You'll be lucky. With this type of crap, people are smart today. They waking up, right? Because if it's been manufactured, this is like I said, man, it's so embarrassing to me that they can still fix their mouth and talk about racism. The only people that's holding them back are people that look like us is holding them back. You never talk about the boule. Why? Why? And many of these suckers and jokers that come in my room that are black too, they know who the boule is, right? And I need to do a special segment on that puts y'all on game of who the boule really is. the talented 10th, the lower house of parliament. That's why I tell you, who's more racist? You got blacks in these positions of power that keep the blacks on the lower end, underneath the 10%, right? They keep them impoverished, in neighborhoods, ignorance, right? And all type of stuff. They do this. They are the gatekeepers. They notice they don't talk about that. Aha, right? I hope I hit another nerve. They don't talk about this. All they want to do is jump to the white man. Nope, you're not going to jump to the white man. Because if you got people that are black in the Boule secret society under the Skull and Bones out of Philadelphia, Henry Minton, right? And there was others. I think there was a total of 6 of them. Real light skin, big head. Well, here we are again, these big headed so-called educated brothers, right? Well, since we can't join Skull and Bones, because you got to be an Aryan to join Skull and Bones. So what did they do? Gave them permission to go and open up their own thing, right? And that's what they did. Oppressing black people. Am I telling the truth? I hope I'm hitting another nerve for some of your blacks that come in here pro-black and all the rest of this stuff. This is sad because many of them are part of their organization. I'm just telling whites and others, this is the reason, ladies and gentlemen, why ish don't never get done. Right? And to the day that this group is eradicated, just like the rest of them, it has to go. When you're manufacturing stuff to stay in power, that's a problem. The gloves are off now. The mask is off. We see you. We know who the modern Sambos are. It's these people, right? Just like I could talk about the whites, I could talk about the blacks too. A lot of them are modern day Sambos. The ones in power, we're talking about politically, educational, right? We talk about law enforcement, judges at the law. Man, it's deep with them. They're the ones that get the special tap. These are the people, right? Enrollment camps and their recruitment camps. Howard, right? Morehouse, especially Howard. A lot of these historical black colleges is the breeding grounds of where they recruit these people, though. This is your brother telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? They notice they ain't saying I'm lying. That's one thing about it. They can never say that this brother is a liar. Ain't that something? They can't say it. They can't say it. You know it ain't a lie. We can go pull it up right now. Talking about the Sphinx. I know what your flag look like. With the paw on the urn, circle within the circle, wheel within the wheel. They're letting you know that, hey, we are the guardians of knowledge. We are the gatekeeper, right? That's exactly what they're proud of, being a gatekeeper to their own black people. Tell me I'm lying now. How you like that, pro-blacks? How you like that, right? Huh? That's exactly what it is, right? So you don't think if I could talk about the DSA, you sure hell I can talk about you guys. And you guys are working in unison with the rest of them. That's why nothing gets done. This is why we got ghettos, ladies and gentlemen, because of their own personal expense, right? Off of the backs of their own people. This is the true coons, the true sellouts, right? Right here that come up in this room. They ain't know I ain't lying. Because if they would prove me a liar, we would have businesses, we would have, besides the businesses, real education. You'll start seeing like storefronts, cleaners, fish markets, suits, and bow ties and straight ties. They don't have any of that stuff. Where is it? You even had these other organizations that have been around since the turn of the century. We don't have as much as a damn toothpick factory by them. Boy, I tell you, man. And you want to sit up here and say that this brother is lying. We don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of in the so-called black community, right? You may have one car wash business, right? You may have a couple of other things. You'd be lucky to find a black cleaners. We used to have a lot of them in Detroit. Now it's been reduced down, man. We'd be lucky to have one of them. You even had the black women that used to do nails. Now they're educating to show the Vietnamese how to do nails. Fried chicken, right? As well as fried fish. They gave that up to the Arabs, right? Don't get mad at me, right? I'm just telling the truth, right? You gave those businesses up. So you should be mad at yourself. You should have kept those businesses and taught your offsprings how to run them. Now you're deadlocked, landlocked. You know, ain't no, what? You think that's, well, you know, they just go in there and get their nails done by the, you know, they all got them all up in their business, man. It's sad, though. Black women going up there and getting their nails done with Vietnamese people that can't stand your guts for the most part of it. So sad. Shoot. Look at this. Man, I tell you, man, am I telling the truth or is your brother lying, man? And I always said I wanted to talk about the Boule, B-O-U-L-E, right? They used to keep their membership very secret. And for the most part, but the organization exists. And some of you guys never heard of a Boule before. This is another chapter under the Skull and Bones, right? Yale University. And they've been doing more harm to our people than good. Because what they don't tell about Black Wall Street is simply this. Somebody had to go and tell Massa, and that's what they did. They went to ran and tell Massa that, oh yeah, Black Wall Street, oh yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, Asheville, North Carolina, Rosewood in Florida, all the rest of them, Black Bottom in Detroit, and all the rest of them, right? There's so many of them across. It was back in the turn of the century. Hey, Massa, you know, these are Boule, right? Hey, Massa, they over there building a big, beautiful communities, and one day they're gonna outdo you, Massa. They're gonna outdo you, you know. Oh, for real? Yeah, we gotta shut it down, Massa. This is modern day Django. No, I ain't used to see it no damn moon. What he said, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what Samuel L. Jackson. I keep talking about it because that is exactly how it happened. How am I the seller? I ain't ran to tell Massa nothing. Your Massa, you are the ones that have sold out. You told Massa this and that. This is a reason, one of the major reasons why your Black Wall Street and the rest of them was destroyed. Because people that's under the Boule keep it real, right? Boy, I tell you, boy, cook it. I need to have my likes up, man. Get them likes up, man. Where else you gonna hear this stuff from, man? Just telling the truth, right? I've been known about this organization for a long time. Where my likes at, man? Get them likes up, man. Get the likes up. Get the likes up, man. Oh, yeah, only 19 likes. Boy, there we go. That's another one. 20 likes. I tell you, man. But, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Turned into a video later on. Because my stuff jump once I get offline anyway. It jump up even higher. You know, that's okay. You know, as far as the viewers, people still getting off from work. Still a nice day outside. I get it. But by the time they go back and listen to something that's something that they can really think about, even for blacks, they say, man, I never known who this group is. What? There's a group. They did what? Yeah, this group did do this, right? And they're black. Blacks doing this to black folk, right? Blacks doing this to blacks. Go figure that, right? That's exactly what ended up happening. That's what happened. It's a black on black crime, right? That's exactly what happened. Boy, I tell you, man, in order for them to stay in their positions of power, that's what it's all about. It's at all aspects. It ain't just a few, right? But they bank on you in your ignorance. That's why they also, a lot of the blacks in power, the Boule and all the rest of them, they bank on the fact of you, right, being ignorant, going out here cutting down another brother, right, keeping the stereotype going. That's what they bank on. The more ignorant you are, the more foolish you are to go out here and do the things that you're doing, man. For what? Because all it does is just hurt the whole community. That's why we don't even have a community no more. I call it a so-called community. Planned Parenthood, abortion up so high, over 70% of black women single with no father, no husband in the home, and you expect to have a community? No way. I still got to bring this up because this kind of goes into So DSA, it started in the black community. We can see it. And you guys that are voting for this, shame on you. Because they're going to make more ghettos in America, just like they did the black community. Well, you're going to probably have to be forced. If we was overtaken by them and they're going to have all these illegals over here, you think that they're going to hear with illegal, you think they're going to go easy on them when they commit a crime, or are they going to go hard? No, they're going to go easy on them. They're going to let them off like they did over in the UK. We're going to be overran by illegals in this country, just given the right license to kill, if you know what I'm talking about, man. You got to see the handwriting on the wall. There'll be the revolving door. They'll just get let right back out, just like they did in the black community. Black on black crime, it's like an revolving door. You get right back on out. Yeah, what's up, man? I just got let out of jail. Y'all just got let out of prison. You know what I'm saying? There it is. Boy, I tell you, man. So this is what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. America is the greatest chance right now for it because it's healing itself. You know, we're getting these enemies of America together. That's why I said before, if you look around, they're being arrested. They're being indicted. And I already mentioned earlier about, the Department of War is going after 130 colleges. And some of them that are Ivy League colleges is on that list as well, too. Let's talked about this earlier. They're on that list, ladies and gentlemen, which is a good thing. These foreign nationalists, they gave them a deadline. What did I say the deadline was? Let me go take a look at it again here. What did I say the deadline? It was actually August the 31st, 2026. If they don't comply and hand over their information they have on these foreign nationalist students, because it's a national security risk now. We have to. Just like with the voting thing, Trump can sign an executive order right now if he wants to and put it as a national security risk because of what the Democrats have done. Look at what they've been doing. Does this stuff sound like they're working for you, or does it sound like they're working for the foreign nationals and foreign influence of other countries? As long as they're getting this, whoever is paying, they're going to bow to who? The people that's paying them, right? Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying they're on that list, but if the U of M come up, I would not be surprised. Because a lot of these other universities, should I read them off again? Because they're on that list. 130 colleges. I ain't went over all of them, right? But I'll tell you this, though. There's a lot of explaining to do. Would they turn over those, the information that they have before, August the 31st? Because if they don't, they're going to risk losing their, you know what I'm saying? It's going to impact them. They're in trouble right now, though, man. That's why I was saying before. Y'all, man, I tell you, you actually hooked up with the wrong, oh, my goodness. You bet it wrong, man. Well, man. Right? Hold on for a minute. Where my thing at? Oh, yeah. Yep, wait a moment. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Man, I can't believe I can't. I just seen it. Oh, yeah, there we go.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Yep, they sure did. All of them did. They betted on a losing team or a losing party. That study, you see more arrests now. They're in shambles and stuff like that. We got our guy inside the Fed chair. Just a minute. Like I said before, it's just a matter of time, Lisa Cook and others in there. It's just a matter of time. So let's talk about the schools. Georgetown, MIT, Harvard, UC Berkeley, UCLA, UC San Diego, University of Texas, and Austin, Penn State, and others, right? They have to turn over. There's going to be an audit. Forces on ties, right, to entitle these lists under Section 1286, right? Here it is. This is what they call the National Defense Authorization Act, right? This is exactly what it is, boy, you know? No, that's the wrong one. Sorry, guys. This is the one I'm talking about. This is the larger part of the campaign, February Hegseth cut the military education, as I talked about before, and he's going to list, which is Yale, Columbia, Brown, Princeton, MIT, and other elite schools. He banned active duty service members from certain graduate programs, fellowship, and professional military education at those institutions starting of 2026-2027 academic year. He cited wokeness, anti-American ideology, and in some cases, research partnership with the Chinese entities. It's game over, ladies and gentlemen. Game over. Yep, game over. Just a matter of time. Game over, ladies and gentlemen. How that guy said in Alien, game over, man. Game over. The Aliens, if y'all saw Aliens, boy, I love one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies, ladies and gentlemen. It's game over. I got to get that sound bite on here, man, because I'm going to address it to the DMs. Game over, man. Game over. Yep, that's it, right? Boy, I tell you. So what is it? The data shows billions in foreign funding over the years, right? Because I remember Saudi Arabia, man, they even built the University of Michigan in Saudi Arabia. I think it was in Saudi Arabia or Qatar, one of the two. Man, they were getting so much money to that university, man. I would not be surprised if U of M is on that list. I'm just saying, man. I wouldn't be surprised. Major sources include Qatar, China, Saudi Arabia, and other countries, right? Here it is. They're going after the foreign funding disclosure. Universities must report large gifts and contracts with foreign sources. Data shows billions in foreign funding over the years with major sources, as I mentioned, Qatar, China, Saudi Arabia, and others. Boy, I tell you, man, this is huge. This is, right now, you seeing America first. What I just read, did that sound like America first, or does that sound like foreigners first? Foreign nationals first. Everybody first other than American people first, right? Boy, I tell you, man, this is heaven sent, ladies and gentlemen. This is heaven sent. That's why I'm telling you, we don't have nothing to worry about. MAGA is not broken up. We don't have a low count, even though that's what the influencers try to lie about. But I ask, cite the sources. Give up the information. Tell us if it's real or not. Because right now, you are the ones that's promising a blue wave, and that's not going to happen. You are the ones that are fighting with moderates, right, and socialists, right? You are the ones that have no leader. You think Hassan Piker is a leader? Oh, my goodness. Y'all put this clown and many others. You think AOC, Kamala Harris is going to get it? Who else are we talking about? You think Mondummy? You think Abdul El Said is going to be the leading taking you to the promised land? Because all these people root for who? Foreigners, gangsters, and other people. They don't give a damn about the American people. Trump does, right? Trump. Who is the man that risks his neck out and his life for another man and a brother man? Trump, you damn right, you damn right, That's Trump, That's exactly what it is. Boy, Because he was already a billionaire. He didn't have to come down the escalator. He could have lived, he said his grandchildren and his great-grandchildren would not have the life that he had. That's why he got in politics the first place. He said that he wanted his grandchildren to be promised something. Like many of you have grandchildren. You can't say, they living at home with you right now. Ain't nothing out there. They've been sold all these type of education crap stuff instead of science, technology, engineering, and math. They tell you that you can go gender studies and all this other stuff. You don't make no money like that. That's all Democrat camp stuff. Purposely pushed. They took the vocational education schools away. The foreigners come over here cleaning American clock because they can do the tech stuff. Most of them are engineer anyway. Engineering, doctoring thing. You know I ain't lying, though. Where my likes at, man? Come on, we should be killing it. You should be killing it with the likes. No, I'm telling the truth. Telling the truth. Put them likes up. Put the likes up, right? So here it is, right? Boy, I tell you, man. Right? Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down due to a low count here. I'm gonna treat it as a video like I normally do. I always have done that too, you know. That's cool. I'm almost done anyway. So here it is. Trump's strategy. I should save this for tomorrow since I got a low turnout count and a low like. I'll save it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll hold off on Trump until tomorrow, though. I'll cut it off right here, ladies and gentlemen, due to a low count. But what I'm going to do is keep saying it. We're going to do the private membership. For people that have the membership, I bought some memberships. Hopefully you'll show up and stuff where we can talk about some other things, though, you know. But, yeah, and possibly what's to come, right? I think that's what we'll do. But right now, we'll just leave it like this. 23 views, you know. I've been much higher than this, you know what I'm saying? Much higher, right? Boy, I tell you. You can't get no better. Look at this. Some random guy speaks with your host, Tony Love. Look at that, boy. Got the microphone up, looking good. Got the email down there and my other website. I got the domain name, but I haven't built the site yet, boy. Once I get the site up, like, guys, it's going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet. Let me see you looking in this room before I go. Yeah, I'm going to go look in the room a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Who's here? Boy, I tell you. Dakota says, we will win the midterms, and the Democrats will get violent. That's all. They already violent. Yep, Jigsaw said Jigsaw player says typical. Yep, exactly. Let me see here. Act 574 says y'all have a great night. You too. Hard right. Yeah, I respect that. Yeah, exactly. Yep. But other than that, we'll do the thing with Trump tomorrow. Let me see here. Coconuts are real and things. Shout out to you as well. Oops, I'm sorry. That's the wrong one. I can't do coconuts are real like that. Oh, man. All right, let me see here. Crypto American. Okay, Crypto says America is strong because guns to shop Muslims and communists from strong arm and defense. Yeah, in Crypto, and I know what you're saying because I did this before. I pulled up the graph. America outbeat any country in the world, even with the private ownership of guns. I mean, we don't have nothing. Our Constitution said we have the right to bear arms. Other nations, as you already know, Crypto, they don't have that, right? That's why one of the reasons why they're so easy to be overtaken. But they did this gradually on the inside. They got people, put them in position. It was a slow, methodical thing. It wasn't just overnight. They started bringing more Muslims in the country and other foreign nationals in this country. They got them in politics, right? Put them in key positions, though. It was like a gradual overtaking or taking over the country. When they had the mass immigration of illegals coming in this country, that was another strategy coming from the DSA. Because like I said, they just coming. They always been around. And now that they were getting more bolder because they got people in political seats and stuff like this, you start seeing them putting up their flags, Somali flag, right, Mexican flag, and all the rest of these flags, right? That's what they were doing. Waving that, hey, you have been conquered. And that's exactly what it is. But here it is. We stopped it. We stopped it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's a beautiful thing. We have stopped it. That's why I say with a debate, we can mop the floor with them because of their radical, as you know what, far left policies, man, that turned a lot of people off, including the moderates. They were banking. They thought they had the moderates. Whoever was the brave child that started pushing this DSA, we appreciate it. You really took the mask off and you have showed who you truly are. And that's a beautiful thing, man. Oh, man. Yeah, Travis Nichols said, Shaft. You right. You damn right. You know, who is the man that put his life out on the brother man as well as the other man. You know, it was Trump. You damn right. You know, I got to change the words a little bit, you know. Boy, Shaft, man. You know, Trump, John Shaft, or John Trump Shaft, or Trump John Shaft. Oh, man. Oh, man. But, yeah, y'all been great, man, you know. Y'all been great. Today is Monday. I get it, though, you know. Denise Farmer over here. Hold on for a minute, Denise. You got to do that for Denise Farmer? Yep, you got her in the house. I didn't even see. Boy, Denise Farmer, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Denise Farmer. One of the conservative women. Conservative. Yeah, let's see here. Who else in here, man? Because I don't want to miss anybody, especially when, oh, yeah, we got Time in here. Oh, yeah, Time. There you go. Yeah, Time. I know I got some email from and things. I know I got to talk to you and Hard Right, man. I got to. Yeah, we got to get, I got to call him up too. Got to get this Discord. I got it up, but I have you to look at it and see and things and stuff. Make sure I got it up right. I think I pretty much have, because I got it up, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not comfortable in launching it until I get someone else in here, you know. What is this old timer saying? You're giving me a headache. Old timer, you know what you could take is some aspirin for that, because you always come back in my show. People don't even believe you. You say, well, yeah, you giving me a headache. People don't even believe you because they've seen you in this channel more than once, so I don't even believe you. You know, old timer like my stuff, man. He really do. Travis Nichols says, Al Sharpton ruined Harlem. Yeah, Al Sharpton or Snaketon, you know what I'm saying? These are your boule right here, though. They don't love black people. They hate black folk. That's a fact, right? Because if they love black folk, you wouldn't have no ghettos. Harlem used to be real beautiful. It wouldn't be like the way it is now. Where they ran uptown and look at it, what it is, drug infested and all kind of stuff. You know, and they lying, telling the truth. Look in their districts, man, horrible. They keep their people in those districts ignorant. Just ask Jim Clyburn over there in South Carolina and stuff like that, boy. Keep them ignorant. Keep them dumb and ignorant. Dumb and ignorant. West Detroit. Well, okay, that's what. Yeah, that's right, Detroit. Well, I'm from the west side of Detroit too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got the home of Trick and all the rest of them over here. Boy, it's over here in Detroit. Let me see here. Let me see. An old timer says there's always picking cotton. Yeah, and see, this is the thing right there. I'm glad you said that, old timer, 1957, because he's a liberal and a low down one at that. I told y'all the liberals are the most racist because look what he said. There's always picking cotton. That's how you see black folk. I know you're a white old timer, but that's how you see. This is how they look at black folk. It ain't certain black folk. It's all of them. He said, notice what he said. There's always picking cotton. I want you blacks to listen because they telling on themselves, right? They tell on themselves, right? You know this old timer don't have no defense on what I'm saying. He never does. He just go out here and just blurt out crap with no facts whatsoever to make it sound like he talked in the Bible truth, right? Boy, I tell you, man. Yeah, yes, it really is. That's what I'm saying. They don't excite me. It just shows how ignorant they are. I mean, he jacked up talking about there's always picking cotton. I've said some things, but I wouldn't say it was always picking cotton. You know what I'm saying? Always picking cotton. And you know, old timer wouldn't even say this stuff. If we was face to face with each other, I bet you he wouldn't say any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a whole different thing. He'll take the cop like they all do, right? Right? They just take the cop. Not that I'm big and bad like that. I'm just saying they get more when they get brave and stupid. They get online with this stuff. A lot of this stuff he's saying now, he would not say in person. He know it. Because he can risk his career and everything. He ain't, but he gets online here, throws up a peace sign. Ain't nothing peaceful about you. You already showed your hand, though, I call him old racist timer. Yep. How about that? Old racist timer, 1957. That's about time, though. That's when you were born. Boy, I tell you, how stupid that you are. But I'm glad you said it, though, because it proves my point that the liberals are the ones that owned the slaves. They were the ones that was against Abraham Lincoln like they're against Trump now. Don't take our slaves back to their country. Keep them here. We got to protect our slaves. Who's going to pick our cotton? Who's going to pick our strawberries, right? And all the rest of the stuff. Boy, I tell you, that's what they're saying. Mm-hmm. Tony, don't forget to make time of mine. Yeah, I got to too. I'm sorry. Yeah. In fact, let me do that right now. Thanks, man. You know, I get on the roll here. I'm glad because now I've been reading a lot of times before I used to read the chat, but I read a little bit more now. Hold on for a minute. Just give me one moment. I'm gonna make it happen right now. Time. I was waiting on Time to show back up. Welcome back to your Time, man. I appreciate you here. Hold on for a minute. Let me go ahead and pull this up right now. Boy, I tell you, man. All this manufactured, this so-called racism, manufactured crap today. They know it. Manufactured. Oops, this so-called, who is that talking? That's me. Hold on, man. We go ahead and thank you for reminding me on that. I'm go ahead and get Time, make him a mod, add him. I've been meaning to do that. I know I ain't seen you in a little while, but it's all good. Hold on for a minute. Let me see. I can say something. We got Lou Hawk Art in here. Lou Hawk, he didn't think I saw you, did you? I see you. Especially on this one. I see you all on this one. I see all, you know. Let me see here. Angela, Child of God. I appreciate the gold coin. Hold on for a minute, Angela, Child of God. Well, you didn't think I saw you, did you? She came in with the hundreds. Got some gold coins over here. Got the star there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I appreciate it very much. I do. Yeah. That's Angela, Child of God, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. I'm looking for Time. Let me see here. Time after time. Let me see here. I'm trying to find Time. Why don't I see you in the main thing? You were here earlier. Yep. Man, I was over here doing all that talking, man, you know. Let me see here. Did Time show back up in the room? Because I'm having troubles seeing him. So I can make him a mod. Mod, make him a mod. Mod, make him a mod. Right? Can't hit that high note. Yeah. Let me see here. I mean, I'll make him a mod, though, when he come back. Okay. You say, okay, hard, right? You say you'll be back. Yeah, I got to hit you up, man. I got to hit you up. I got your information. Got to hit you up. Yeah. Lou Hawk Art. I ain't seen Lou Hawk in a while, man. Let me know when Time get back here. I should be able to see him and stuff like that because I got to go in on the other channel to make him a mod. Let me see what I say. Lou Hawk Art. Yeah, Lou Hawk Art. Yep. I ain't seen Lou Hawk in a while, though, man. We got Pocket. Mermo 04 here and stuff. Let me see here. Yeah, let me see here. Who else? He said opinion. Okay, options, speculations, conclusion, emotional dogma. You know. So Lou Hawk. Let me ask you. You was a brother to a brother, Lou Hawk. I mean, it's brother to a brother, Lou Hawk. I know you heard of the boule before. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm just asking you a question. Does the boule exist or don't they? Right? That's the question I want to ask. Does the boule exist, Lou Hawk? I'm just asking the question. Because you know you like the channel and stuff. I'm just asking the question, man. You can answer it. I'll wait. I'm sorry I'm just getting caught up with some of you guys' comments too, man. I was over here cooking earlier, you know. For somebody that they either get a headache, can't stand, they show up in the chat every time. Don't make any sense. Just admit it that you like my stuff. You know, you've rarely see me over on Johnny's channel and Santana Jones, though. I just go there to troll sometimes. I don't like their stuff. I don't rock with them like that. All they gonna do is kick you out. You say one thing one time and you're out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I live here. Yeah, you sure do. You sure do live here, man. You right about that, man. Mm-hmm. Yep, you sure right about that. But I want you to answer this question, though, Lou Hawk. Is he still here? Is Lou Hawk still here? I guess not. I guess not. But yeah, man, the DSA is in trouble, and we appreciate it. There's no way in the world that you're going to be able to get by to win this election. The cheating apparatus is study being shut down, right? Poll watchers and other people. It's not going to be another 2020 or 2022. You're sadly mistaken, you know? And oh, yes. Hold on, man. I got to do it right. Star Wars reference coming up. I got to give you a little thing on there. You know what I'm saying? Hold on for a minute. So that way we go ahead and say it. Here we go.
Ooh, I'm afraid the deflector shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
When your friends arrive. And that's exactly what's going to end up happening. I'm going to have a little something in store for you, though. Boy, I tell you, man. Yeah, boy. Yep. So there it is. The gerrymandering that they did and the redistricting that we did to get it back right. It was unconstitutional on the left, constitutional on the right to correct it back. This is one of the things, though. Every single time that they tried to sue Trump, they've been losing in the Supreme Court. They can't backtrack and try to do that anymore, though. They are very radical. They're very angry and frustrated and bitter because they're garbage party and they have been lying to the black community. And like I said, man, it's just really sad. The ghettos, they don't answer questions. They are the ones, ladies and gentlemen, and they so-called leadership. You know what? Don't worry about this or whatever. You don't have to get into Steve. What he does, he's trying to bait you guys and goad them. I just ignore him. I don't deal with it. I don't deal with trash like this at all. I don't, because he's been disingenuous ever since he's been in my room for the first time. Instead of dealing with the topics that we're talking about, he deviates and deflects. And when you do that, that means you're a coward, because you won't deal with the debate on one-on-one of what we're talking about. This is why you don't get no play and no airtime. I don't even, like I said, you're not even worth it. You just come in here wasting time. I don't care how many channels. If I can do like what Santana Jones do and just permanently ban you and permanently ban all your channels. That's what he does. That's what they do. That's what Johnny do. I gave you, like I said, it's not an echo chamber, but you've been very disingenuous. You still are. You're a coward because you won't stand on the topics and stuff that we've been talking about. Your party is finished. And I'm going to be doing a special live stream when we take the full House and Senate. I'm going to call out this guy, Steve. I can't wait. When we do this, I'm gonna call you out, right? And I'm gonna say I told you so, right? I'm gonna say I told you so. So pucker up, Buttercup, because it's coming down. You know what I'm saying? So get ready, right? Get ready. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to get ready out here. He said, "Your lame ass mods is being disrespectful." What are they saying to you, Steve? What are they saying to you? What is my mod saying? What are they saying? Because I ain't really had much interaction with you other than, wait, who you talking, me or them? I know you was under the other name, Dark City and all that. I saw you on here. What is the problem? Mods, what's the problem? Them and Steve. I mean, because like I said before, I mean, you know, I thought we were dealing with what I was talking about here. We talked about several topics, right? We don't have no reason to threaten nobody. I ain't even threatening nobody. I didn't say I'm going to come over here and do something. I'm calling him a punk idiot. Okay. But here's the thing, Dakota. Okay. Here's the thing about it, man. You can't, okay. Use a mod, right? All you guys are mods. You don't have to get caught up in that, though, right? If you want to debate with them, you can or not. They know the rules of the thing, though. As long as they ain't swearing and cussing or whatever like that, that's the main thing, right? Because I ain't really been watching. But like I said, you guys are moderators. I've been a mod. I know how I go. And when I talk, we go back intellectually on a debate when I'm in the room. You know what I'm saying? But when Santana Jones and some of these things, any type of pushback, anything with Trump in it, they ban you. That's the thing about it. And we don't have to follow the same rules. Remember, we have the advantage. We have the president. We are winning. He has real policies that work for the American people. You'll see it. I went over more policies today, right? You got Pete Hegseth, the Department of War, going after who? These foreign nationalists and the money. Listen. Why do I'm? Oh yeah, I'm not triggered like that. That's the stuff that we're talking about, right? What about what we talked about earlier, right? We talked about how the DSA and how they're losing. They're losing ground. They're losing leverage like never before. They're bankrupt. They have no money. They had to put the whole DNC building up just to be able to get some money back on it to try to run in this campaign. This is how busted they are. They don't have George Soros, Moneybag Soros. He's not putting money on them no more. He's not going to put money up against them. When Soros is not putting money on it, you already know. Come on now. We have the leverage. Why get into this type of situations? You're going to have people in here that's going to rebuttal you. That's fine. That's cool. Right? You know what I'm saying? But gotta know who's winning. We're not infighting with each other. They've been lying and said about MAGA, we infighting with each other. No, we're not infighting with each other. I don't have to get out here and call these names to these people. I don't have to. That's just me. I don't have to do it. And they usually come for me before I come for them. I never said, oh, yeah, you big black so-and-so, I don't have to do any of that stuff because we winning. We winning. MAGA is winning. Red Tsunami is here already. All this stuff, we winning. What do I got to be mad about? Right? Can't be triggered. Made you mods, you can't be triggered like this. Right? We have so much of the upper hand right now, it's unreal. Right? So here it is, man. So yeah, we good. We good. I'm saying, because we're not an echo chamber in here. But if I do what Johnny and Santana Jones and there's a few others, if I did what they did, I wouldn't even have a show. I'd probably lose less people. That's probably why my number's down so low. Have we been blocking people or what? It should be more than this. Why am I on 12? I mean, I know why I'm 12 now. I'm sorry because I said I was leaving. Sorry about that. I know why. I answered my own question because I said I was leaving. But at any event, yeah, it's all good. So other than that, guys, I got to get going. I got to go to work. But don't let people get you triggered and upset, man. It's all good, man. It's all good. We will see in November the 4th. Just trust in Trump, right? Trust in MAGA. Trust in America First policies, right? Trust in America First, right? Once again, we are seeing it in real time, right? They're going after these major universities. They got to turn over their stuff, any big gifts, any other type of things. They have until 31st. And they're going to trace the money and find out what's going on. You ain't never seen this before, ladies and gentlemen. Trust in Trump. Well, that sounds good. Trust in Trump. You know why? Because Trump took a bullet for us, man. They've been trying to get Trump. Ain't nobody else been brave enough that I know of, right? Because when you trust in America, you automatically trust in Trump, right? He's a constitutional president that we all know and love, right? We can't say the same thing on the left. It's a beautiful thing, man. Right? Let me see here. Mike says Democrats join the Free Stuff Party. Yeah, it's all about free stuff. Right? No, it's all about free stuff. Yeah, so other than that, though, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. Oh, yeah, James said Carville. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, though, Eric. Carville, yeah, James Carville. Oh, man. Woo. He knows it's a wrap. James Carville was the strategist in the 1990s that helped get Obama, Clinton, I think it was. Yeah, Clinton in the House, right? Oh, my goodness. And I think he had a lot to do with Obama, too. But Clinton, the raging Cajun, you know? Then you also had, what's his name? Bill Maher. They can't even identify with this group anymore on the left. It's too far radical. They trying to position themselves. They trying to disassociate themselves, man. They can't recognize who this party is. And they're going to have to come to the table and say, yep, Trump was right. That's hard to beat American First, man. It's hard. What's better than America First if you was running it as a campaign? What can you say or do? You have to show. The Democrats failed on that one. They never really showed us anything. Well, just empty promises, over delivering, under promising, and blaming on other people. That's the playbook of the left. What have they done? Dixiecrats kind of suck. They actually Dixiecrats, Democrats, KKK, you know, they are the ones, right? They are the ones, man. They are the ones that don't have anything, man. They don't have nothing at all. If Democrat socialists go after Debbie Wasserman Schultz, they'll all go after anyone. But yeah, because they went after Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She was over there running for District 20 over there in Florida. You even had Uncle Luke, what's that dude named? Luther Campbell. Don't stop this, get it. You remember that dude? He's on the political seat, right? Before, they used to love Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Not a big fan, but she still have a right to run in a predominantly black district that because they got rid of the gerrymandering. You know what I'm saying? They sure hate that, don't they? They sure hate that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for them, I'm just saying, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, District 20. Oh, my goodness. Woo, boy. Let me see, hold on. That's why we need the socialists, which is what you're already living in America. Yeah, you mean that's the reason why we need, what we really need is, like I said before, what made this country great. It's capitalism, entrepreneur, ingenuity. We need freedom of those things. Because I've never been a fan of socialist type of stuff. We already had all that in the black community. Look what ended up happening. So, yeah, I got to get out of here, y'all. I'm just saying, though, it's all good, though, man. And you guys have all been good, man. Let me do my thing and stuff like that. I'm going to do the thing with Trump tomorrow, man. And y'all have a good one, man. Let me get myself up on out of here. Peace and chicken grease. I am out. Stand for the American anthem, man. I got to do that. Let me get the American anthem up. I got to prep it up and stuff, though. I'm going to shut the cameras down. That's one. Now I'm a little bit more organized. Look at that, man. I ain't got to fumble through stuff and find stuff. And it's only going to get better, ladies and gentlemen. I had to organize some stuff. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and put up the American anthem and things like that. But you guys have been great, man. And I want to see you guys back here tomorrow when we're going to be talking about Trump and everything, though. But, yeah, let me go ahead and bring this down. Some random guy. Boy, look at that, boy. I even like this background, too. That's a beautiful thing. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put up this other thing here, and we'll go and put this up here. There we go. And then we're going to put this up as well, too. I got one more to do. There we go. On the vertical, I'm more organized now. Boy, I feel like I got a full-fledged production team, doesn't it? All right, we're going to go ahead and put this up. Star Spangled Banner. All the men and women have fought in our wars, so therefore we can have freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Freedom and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. Ain't it a beautiful thing? Boy, stand for the Star Spangled Banner. Copyright free. And this was sung by the beautiful Ashley LaRue. I appreciate you all modding in here as well as coming in here, whether we agree or disagree. I'm still your brother, right? Tony Love, right? All right. And I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow, man. You know, I got to contact some people offline too. So here we go.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, wrong one though, ladies and gentlemen. Wrong sound effect. Hey, I read a comment before I go. I just wanted to address it. He said, "Come join the member." He said, "Get it." Let me see. I'm just going to read it, whatever, because it caught my attention before I was going. You know. Just to make a long story short, yeah, I need a gym membership. I used to have one at Planet Fitness, which was one of my goals here to get on that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, I see it. Here it is. I found him now. To DA24Gs. He said, "Hey Tony, I have a gym membership. Come go with me, you know. I need a membership. I definitely got to get a membership, you know, and things. You don't have to buy me a membership. Okay, but yeah, fitness is definitely going to be on my agenda this year. That's for sure, though, ladies and gentlemen. But other than that, I have to go. All right. And I thank y'all for being on Some Random Guy Speaks. I'm your host, Tony Love, you know, one that don't miss too many meals, you know. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace and chicken grease. I'm out.